Hey guys, Charles Calloway here, financial advisor to small business owners and their employees. And you know I love talking to small business owners and working with their teams and things like that. And today I'm joined with a new friend, someone I just met recently, Dr. Jen Lowry, and she's with Monarch Educational Services. And I can't wait for you to get to know her and hear her story. So, if you don't mind, tell us a little bit about you personally. Now, do you have children? Are you married? That sort of thing?
Yes, so I'm married. My husband, Eli.
Eli.
This is our seventh year.
Seventh year?
So,
that's the year of completion, I
yes,
think.
That's my lucky number as well. So I will say this has just been a blessed year for us, just all the way around. He has 3 children. I have 2 children. I homeschool my youngest. He's 10th grade. My oldest is at Carolina. He's a senior.
Which Carolina?
UNC Chapel Hill.
Okay.
So yeah, homeschooled my kids.
Okay.
And absolutely just love our life.
I feel like I want to hum that song from the Brady Bunch. I'll blow it, so I won't do it. So, wow, one of the things I think is super encouraging about your story is how, just without you saying a thing, I think others look at your life and say, you know what? Because they have things in their life that's been incubating throughout their life, and they've just been doing all the things they're supposed to do, quote unquote, and now they have an opportunity to emerge, and maybe they just need that nudge to encourage them to step out there. You know, it may be entrepreneurial, it may be nonprofit. That's what I hear in your story. I hope that comes across here in this interview.
And I hope people take it to prayer and really spend time assessing where they are, what they really want for their life, and realize that our life is short and we have to take it, and we have to go and put that trust in the Lord. You know, my doctorate is in Christian ministry.
Okay.
My story has God in it, you know, beginning to end.
Right.
So it's a testament of faith when you have a busy life and a lot of demands, and then you say one more thing, how can it be? But I feel like I'm not working this alone. I feel like the Holy Spirit is with me. So when it comes to company business, family business, my full-time job, you know, as a teaching and learning specialist, like, I'm able to balance those things because I understand the calling and the purpose and the why behind what I do. And I think that helps to continue to push me through, even when days when I may have, we all have like doubts or fears, or is this going to be the best I can do at this moment with all of this? And then I just know He's got me, and we're doing it. Yeah.
So you live, I can totally relate to this. You live your life as though your story is part of a bigger story.
Oh, yeah. We all are, though. And it's that recognition whenever it comes, whether it's we get that when we're young, we get that when we're older. When we get it, we realize that we are just a part to play. And what is that part? Evaluating that, reflecting on it, and then giving it back, like service, like giving it back. And with the publishing company, I would have never thought that I would have had a publishing company. I just thought, okay, I love to write. I'm going to write books.
Right.
And when I got my first contract, I put out Sweet Potato Jones. That was my first book. And
Sweet Potato Jones.
Yes, and that was my first, and it meant the world to me because that was the last book that my mom read with me before she passed away. So if it had to be any of the books I had, I wanted it to be that book, right? And so the Lord opened the door, and then He continued to open the door, because when that happened, it was then self-publishing for me.
Okay.
And that's where I learned from the ground up what makes a book, and how do you get your name on the book, and what is that process and that behind the scenes. But then I recognized in my community, so many people are gifted storytellers. They have so much to give and share, but often it's difficult to find that publisher that's your right match.
Right. And that needs to match up.
And it's sometimes very hard for people. And I was like, Lord, let this be those next steps. I felt Him calling me into opening my own Monarch.
Okay.
I was driving on 40. I called on the big road to my husband. I'm like, I'm on the big road, and I heard, you know, you're going to open a business and you're going to call it Monarch. And I'm like, okay, what does that mean? And I was almost finished with my doctorate degree. I didn't know what those next steps were going to look like for me. The Lord has kept me in education, but He's also expanded what I do on my other time that I've been given. So that's how the business emerged.
Okay, so this is a good place to kind of stop, because I want to talk more about Monarch or whatever. Of course, guys, I'm curious if she's a lover of butterflies, because I was like, Monarch, I think of kingdoms and things like that. But the bottom line is we're going to talk more about her business and what they do and how it evolved and that sort of thing. So catch you next time.